both players with the same exact hand. Let's see if he puts these chips in the pot.
Oh my God, he's folded! He's raising, makes it 100k. King Queen for Greg Jensen, being railed by his wife Valerie.
Now Jensen could 3-bet this, but A, he doesn't know he has Dan dominated, silly, and B, the hand's good, but you don't want to have to fold or play a huge pot when you get 4-bet.
He does just call. Scott Seaver has pocket aces.
Oh, Scott Seaver, you lucky dog, you picks up the blades.
First queens, now aces.
Scott is in a dream spot. He's in position. Both these guys have hands they could conceivably think have decent equity. And oh yeah, Scott Seaver has Scott Seaver's rep.
He re-raises it to 3-bet to 275,000.
Very small 3-bet. He wants axe shown.
It's been passed around to Doc Sands in the big blind. He folds. It's back on Shaq. Now, surely this is an all-in or fold spot.
He certainly does not have enough chips to call.
He's called.
We certainly can't blame Jensen for coming along for the ride now.
Jensen calls as well. We go 3-way to the flop.
Huge percentage of Shaq's stack in the middle.
The flop is 9-9-10.
Everyone misses. Scott's still in great shape. Not sure how much action he'll get. Dan would typically check this to the 3-better.
I'm all in.
Shaq shoves.
This is a baffling open shove. Why would you ever do this with a 9? When you do it as a bluff like this, if you do get called, you're gonna get bladed.
How much do you go?
745.
Jensen shoves. Scott might throw up in his mouth.
Jensen actually considering playing this?
He's getting almost 3-1, and typically when he shoves, Scott's supposed to fold.
All in.
He does shove.
Call.
Scott does not fold.
Well, I mean, typically when Scott doesn't have aces.
Both Seaver and Shaq are at risk here. You got yourself into this mess, buddy.
Come on.
Scott way ahead, but still quite nervous. It's adorable, actually.
This one I would like to hold, though.
A jack for Jensen busts them both.
I'll take a 9. Yeah, thank you, Vladimir.
I think a queen's coming.
I mean, probably is.
It's an ace.
That's over.
Indeed.
Even the poker gods don't want to see what Scott Seaver had for lunch.
Good luck, everyone.
Good game, Dan.
Again?
Steve Silverman is picking up more hands than the janitor at a mannequin factory. Look at Daniel, all unsuspecting.
Silverman likely to re-raise. That's a 3-bet to 18,500. The blinds both fold. Action's back on Daniel.
This is a pretty big 3-bet from Steve, but it could be because he knows Daniel's a guy who hates folding like a teenager hates turning off his cell phone.
Go for it.
Negreanu 4-bets. 48,000.
This is ill-timed at best.
I see all the kids on TV do this all the time. It's just 4-bet. The guy 3-bet, they 4-bet.
Oh, 4-bet.
Huh?
4-bet, I don't slam
They
the chips.
just, they don't slam.
I could say Daniel's giving something away, but the great thing about having aces is that you really don't have to make reads.
I can't even keep a straight face. Look at this. Pale box. That's what they call me.
Nobody calls you that, but we are about to start.
How will Silverman respond? He's bringing back the 3-bet, which implies a 5-bet's coming.
Oh, man. See? What the hell?
I wish I could give Steve credit for a brilliant read. But if he were making some great read on Daniel, he probably would have just called. It's likely really difficult to not put in another bet and just hope Daniel does have some kind of hand here.
Yeah, I'll fold this one. You got it. Good hand.
Lamprecht should have been looking to get it in pre-flop.
Ollie Price calls out of the big blind with Jack 8, and we're going 3-way to the flop. Top set for Lamprecht.
Hey, all right, you flopped a set, James Woods from the hard way.
He checks. Price, who has nothing,
This is weird.
leads for 13,500.
Most folks are never leading anything here, but Ollie's no slouch. My guess is that this is part of an overall strategy we're not privy to yet.
Farrell calls with ace high.
Not surprising, Ollie's lead usually isn't very strong. Lamprecht is going to want to raise here, but I'm not sure he needs to. He's basically got a lock on this hand against even really strong ranges.
He's made it 36,500. Gets a fold from Price.
I'd be far more surprised to see Neil call now. He pretty much has bottom of his calling range to the original bet, let alone this one. Isn't that right, James Woods from Cat's Eye?
Call.
Well, I guess we're going to the turn.
No, and James Woods from Videodrome looks kind of sick about it. I don't know why.
Eight of hearts on the turn. Puts a flush draw out there.
Should be a pretty easy shove for Lamprecht. He's got about half pot.
All in.
There he goes.
Ooh, piece of candy.
And I guess Farrell feels he's getting a good price.
He might think he has to call, and he probably hates it.
Could just be dead. This could be fun.
Calling on the flop was probably the worst decision by a Farrell since the movie Phone Booth. But unlike Phone Booth, this is not going to buy this Farrell a new house.
He calls.
Considering that.
I have the show. I did not think you would have that.
It's on TV.
And Neil Farrell is drawing dead. Lamprecht will double up here.
I would have lost all this stuff. You could even shove it anyway. That's fine. Nice hand.
Haven't seen his hole cards.
Come on, Seidel. Grow a beard. Also show us your hole cards.
Well, whatever he has, he thinks it's worth a call on the button. Martin Jakobsen in the big blind has ace-7 offsuit.
You've probably got no choice but to defend a medium ace here, even though you can't love it.
He calls as well. We're going three-way to the flop. And that flop has a 4 on it. A set for Coleman.
What's Martin doing? He should be checking here. This is bad timing.
He leads the flop for 77,000.
I like a flat call here from Coleman because I think Martin's donk leading this flop with a bad hand way more often than a good one. So if Dan raises, he probably gets two folds way too often, which you don't want. You want Martin to keep bluffing.
Coleman does just call. And Seidel folds. We'll never know what he had. 10 on the turn. Jakobsen now with a gut shot.
Martin's probably never going to get a fold here unless the board runs out so badly for fours that it makes his hand actually win.
He's betting again. With just 9% equity. 155,000.
There's not much more reason for Dan to fold now than there was on the flop. 7-8 got there.
Once again, Coleman just calls. 627,000 in the middle. One card to come. And that card is a king. A set of fours are good.
Yeah, I don't think Dan's ever folding. Hopefully Martin just gives up.
He bluff shoves.
Or he just blasts off. Probably not going to work.
Quick call from Coleman. And Jakobsen's out.
Yeah, you probably
Got me, yeah.
Let me just calmly take a second before exiting this 50K tournament.
That was a gift.
Negreanu with pocket threes is going to raise it to 400. Finally, Dario has a respectable hand to make a re-raise with, and he 3-bets Daniels under the gun open. 11-25. Action is now on Jerome Guermer. He's got ace-queen. He's picked up another premium hand, and it looks like he's getting tired and Mineri running over this table, and he's going to 4-bet Dario's 3-bet. He re-raises, makes it a total of 22.75. Bonyardi folds, and Chow looks down at kings. Chow's got another big hand. He has pocket kings in the hole. Let's see how he reacts to this. I have no idea how he's going to play this hand. Now, 46% of the time, it would be split between him and Mineri. He just flats. He's playing it tricky. Daniel seems to be as confused as I am. I imagine we will see a 5-bet from Dario. There's 6,000 chips in the pot, and Dario finally has the hand he's been looking for. Pocket Cowboys. Representing real strength now, 8,400. Where does Guermer go with his ace-queen? It looks like the jig is up for Jerome. He's going to have to put in his entire stack if he wants to play this hand. He gets out the way, and surely Chow now shoves. It's back to Chow. His hand is under-repped. He just called pre-flop. No one will put him on a hand as strong as pocket kings. He's against the aggressive Italian. Let's see if he puts these chips in the pot. Both players with the same exact hand. Chow started the hand with 21,000. There's 13.5 in the middle. This is a decisive moment for Chow. I'm assuming this is Hollywooding. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to put the rest across the line. Looks like he's taking his time before he's going to do just that. Oh my god, he's folded! Again, Chow makes another hero fold, but this time he wasn't correct. He had the same exact hand as Dario Mineri. He has to put Mineri on aces there to make that fold. Aces and aces only.